Hey, this is Deepak here from digitaldeepak.com, and in today's video we are going to have a look at, is it possible to make as much as 1 lakh per month from blogging? So I have been teaching blogging to a lot of people, and I have been inspiring people to start a blog of their own for a very long time. I have been doing blogging for the past 10 years and I have run 2 successful blogs, and I wanted to inspire a lot of people to start blogging. So I started making a lot of video tutorials on how to create blogs and how to grow your blog and how to make money from your blog. But you know what, the one thing that I discovered which shocked me was that a lot of people don't believe that they can actually make money with blogging. So since they do not believe that they can make money with blogging, they are going ahead and not taking any action at all. And most of the video tutorials that I post, people are not even watching it because they think that blogging is not going to be profitable. So I'm going to address that question in your mind. If you are asking yourself, is it possible to make as much as 1 lakh per month from blogging? So the 1 lakh per month, it need not be a specific number. It could be something like 50,000 rupees a month for you, which is around $1,000 a month, or it could be around 1.5 or 2 lakhs a month per month for you. So I chose this number because I think that 1 lakh is something that most of the people in India can have a comfortable life in a major city if they get 1 lakh per month. So let's first look at the first biggest mental block that you might have. Is it even possible to make 1 lakh a month from blogging? So let's address that question first. Yes, it is definitely possible to make 1 lakh per month with blogging because I have done it and I have done it twice. So I first used to run a motorcycle blog. I ran it for almost 4 years, and then I started a digital marketing blog which is Digital Deepak, which you might also know about it. A lot of my friends have done it. I have a lot of friends in the blogger community who are making 2 lakh or 3 lakh a month from blogging. There are thousands of stories across the world where people are making a lot of money with their blogs, and there are a lot of success stories about blogging. So if you go ahead and search for blogging success stories or search about blogging on YouTube, you will be able to see that blogging is such an amazing phenomenon that is spreading all over the place, and that the reason why blogging is becoming very famous because people were not able to write something and communicate it to other people before the advent of the internet. Only the people who were writers of magazines and who were writers of newspaper columns actually had the platform where they could write something and actually send it to other people through printed newspapers. So the technology for replication was not great at that time. So nobody went ahead and became a writer or a blogger for profession. But now with the advent of the internet, a lot of bloggers are able to write, and guess what? The people who like to read want to read from other people, not newspapers or magazines. Like for example, if I want certain opinions under certain topics, I would ideally like to go ahead and read from a blogger who has knowledge in that particular industry than read about it from a newspaper website. So this is the long tail of content, and the amount of internet users in India is increasing very fast. They say that there are more than 500 people, more than 500 million people who have access to the internet, and pretty soon we might be able to have more than 50% of the Indian population connected to the internet via mobile or via laptop or any of the devices. So since the amount of people that are out there are so large, the opportunity is also so large. There are so many topics that you can start a blog about, and there are so many people out there that would want to read about it. So even though you might think that there are a lot of blogs around in the web, there is still a lot of opportunity which is proven in a lot of research. Some of the keyword research I have done, I have tried to come up with a lot of new blog topics, and I see that many topics do not have a very good blog out there right now. So there is definitely opportunity in this, and you should definitely give it a try to see if blogging is something that can work for you. So coming to the next mind block that most of the people have, people have a doubt whether they can do it. So you might have a doubt whether you can do it. So that's what I am going to address. So most of the people have some self doubt, and the self doubt is arising because they have never tried. So if you have a doubt within yourself whether you can be a successful blogger, that doubt is natural. Even I had a doubt whether I can be a successful blogger before I started blogging. That does not mean that you should not try starting a blog. Try starting a blog and maybe the blog will work. What is the worst that could happen? It's not a lot of money that you are going to invest. It's not a lot of time that you are going to invest. It's going to be some time, some money and some energy that you are going to invest to create a blog. And if it does not work the way it expected, you are still going to learn something out of the experience. So there is no reason that you should not give it a try. So if you give it a try, only then you will know whether you can actually be a good blogger or not. And a lot of bloggers have limiting beliefs. These are limiting beliefs which prevent people from having the success they want. So they believe that they cannot be successful, so they do not pursue success. And since they do not pursue success, success does not find them, or they cannot find success. So if you are thinking that you are not qualified to start a blog, let me put that straight. Everybody in this world who has some level of life experience and some level of knowledge is actually qualified to start a blog. If I am starting a blog about digital marketing, I just need to share what I know about digital marketing with other people. I need not be the number one digital marketing expert in the world to actually go ahead and start blogging about digital marketing. So that is how I got started. I just gave it a try, and then the blog started growing, and then I started making a lot of money from my blog, and the blog led to a lot of opportunities, including the entire company that I have created today is because of the blog that I have created. The business started there. So you have to go and try, and if you think that you are not qualified, don't think that, because every human being on this earth comes with some unique thoughts and some unique experiences, and those unique thoughts and experiences deserve to be shared with other people, and other people need to know it. So you are definitely qualified to start a blog, and if someone says that you cannot be a blogger, don't take their word for it and go ahead and give it a try anyway. Don't be afraid to fail. If you are too afraid to fail, then you will not try it, and then you will not get the results, and then you will not go anywhere. So don't try to overthink the situation. Don't try to keep thinking whether it is possible for you to start a blog and make money, whether you will actually make money. Don't think, just go ahead and try. Instead of spending time thinking, go ahead and give it a try. Do what it takes to learn the basics, and just start working on it. So action is always louder than words. So don't think about it. Obviously you keep confusing about it, keep asking people about it, it's never going to get started. And you might be thinking that blogging is not a real job and you should be getting a real job. And maybe your parents are telling you that you should not be starting a blog and trying to make a living out of blogging. You should be getting a real job. But what is a real job anyway? If you are going ahead and sitting in a company and trying to work on something, and there is no job security, the company might be firing you. There is a lot of office politics. The air at the office is not healthy. There is a lot of traffic and pollution to go to the office. You are probably not eating healthy food if you are going to office every day, because the canteen in the office is not that great, and maybe you are not finding good hotels around the office, and you cannot always go through the hassle of carrying food from home. And as a general rule, being in a job is not that great. It sucks because you have a boss and you have co-workers who are always not the best people in the world, and all these problems are there, and real jobs are not safe anymore. Gone are the days of government jobs and pensions. No private company can actually give you job security. If you have a blog and if you are making revenue from your blog, and if you are getting traffic from different sources to your blog, you probably have a much better, safe and secure job than having a quote unquote real job where you go to an office. You will be saving so much time, you will be sleeping better, you will be expressing yourself creatively, you will be able to spend more time with the family, and you can probably spend more time at the gym working out, because blogging is not necessarily a full-time day job. It can be a part part time, it can be something that you can work on for 2 to 3 hours. So if your parents, friends, spouse, siblings, or whoever is saying that you need to get a real job, don't listen to them, because real jobs do not exist in this world anymore and real jobs are very risky. So blogging is your probably the first try in entrepreneurship, and you can probably grow as an entrepreneur, or you can just remain as a blogger and you can keep making money. So if you make 1 lakh a month from your blog consistently, and if you can show it to someone that you have been making 1 lakh a month consistently for 6 months, nobody is going to ask you to go ahead and find a job. So just try to make sure that their opinions do not change your conviction. So one more thing that I keep hearing from people is that people think that online activities cannot be stable. Maybe you will be making money from the blog for the time being, but it will not be stable in the long term. But there is nothing like that, because blogging is a real business. You know, publication companies, so publication companies print books, they print magazines, then there are newspaper companies, then there are TV companies creating video content. Publishing is a proper industry where there is proper predictability of income and stability of income. Publishing will never go out of fashion. If you build a blog, if you create good content, and if you have a bunch of people following you, then these people will always follow you. They will always read your blog. You know, as long as you make sure that you keep publishing good content, you are continuously going to get new visitors to your blog, and because of all the new visitors that you are getting, you are going to make money for the long term, and it's going to be very stable. A lot of bloggers who are bloggers, you can see that they have become bloggers for life, and they will probably say that I will never stop blogging for the rest of my life. And if blogging was not stable, nobody would see blogging as a full-time profession, and I would not be sitting here and creating this video as a full-time professional blogger, encouraging you to go ahead and start blogging. Another thing people have a limiting belief is it is risky and you will lose money. No, there is no money to lose here. You are probably going to invest a maximum of 5,000 to 10,000 rupees, which we will be talking about, and there is no risk here absolutely at all. And some people think that there are too many blogs already out there in the world, and if I start a blog, nobody will read my blog. If I had thought a similar thing before starting Digital Deepak, the digital marketing blog, then I would have probably never got started, and I wouldn't be making this video right now in front of you. So always go ahead and give it a try. You will never know whether it is going to work or not. If you are putting some efforts, and if you are trying to get something in return, and if the efforts are not actually yielding results, it is still okay. You know, be ready to accept failure. What is the worst that can happen? So go ahead and start a blog, because every person has a unique voice and a unique life experience, and every person can actually add value to a certain topic from his own life experience. So never think that there are too many blogs already. No matter how many blogs that are there, if you actually go ahead and create good quality content, you will be getting the traffic that you deserve and the readership that you deserve. And some people think that it will take a very long time to achieve success, but it is not always true. Many people have started making a few lakhs from their blog per month within a few years of getting started, and obviously it is going to take at least 2 years to start seeing some real money from the blog. But come on, 2 years is not such a long time. People go to college and people study for 5 years, 6 years. They study law, they study medical, they study engineering, and they really spend a lot of years before they start making money. And if it is going to take, let's say 3 years or 4 years for you to start making 1 lakh a month from your blog, it is still okay, because you are going to get something which is much more tangible than a job. You are going to own your own blog, and 3 to 4 years is not a very long time to go ahead and make blogging a full-time career where you can make 1 lakh a month from blogging. Imagine there is no software engineer or a medical professional or a lawyer in this world who has not put years of struggle into learning the skill before they actually started making money out there in the world. So I hope I have covered up all the limiting beliefs that you might have when it comes to blogging. And some of the other points that I want to talk about is that See, no one ever had the confidence until they tried and got results. So, if you think that you are not confident enough to start a blog, then you will get confidence only when you do something and only when you start seeing some results from the work that you have done. See, right now, I am here sitting with a lot of confidence in my career and in my blogging journey, and that is because I have been seeing results day in and day out for the past 10 years. And the more results I see, the more confident I become. And result is the seed for confidence. And guess what? You are not going to get results until you actually try. And if you want to try, there is never going to be a guarantee of what you are going to get in return, but you are going to definitely get something in return that you did not expect. So another question that I get is that, am I skillful enough to start a blog? Am I qualified enough to start a blog? And some people ask me, I am not a great writer. Can I still be a blogger? And some people ask me, I need to have a lot of knowledge. I don't have that level of knowledge. And some people think that it is very difficult to manage the blog, but it is actually very easy. So let's look at one by one here. So let's look at writing. A lot of people think that they are not great writers, but you don't need to be a great writer to be a good blogger, because blogging is all about one-to-one communication. You are going to communicate with your blog readers as if you are communicating with your friend, and you don't need to be writing literature, or you don't need to be writing a novel or something like that, like a professional document or a proposal or anything like that. Blogging is just about communicating what you think, communicating what you feel, and sharing your thoughts to the world. And if you are able to speak, then if you are able to write emails to your friend, and if you are able to chat with your friends on WhatsApp, and just communicate with friends over words, then you are perfectly qualified to become a blogger. See, I am not having such great skills in English, to be very honest. I would want more. I have a good hold over grammar and the English language, but even I still make mistakes in grammar. And it's okay, because people are not going to judge you based on how you are going to write. People are going to follow you because of the ideas that you are sharing. So the idea is more important than the presentation. The presentation can be in any format, but you need to have the right ideas to share, and people will always get excited by the ideas that you have to share. So everybody has a unique life experience. Everybody has gone through something that nobody ever in this world has gone through before, and those experiences can be shared with other people. And some people think that you need to have a lot of knowledge to be able to become an author or a blogger, but it is not true. Because if I am learning, let's say, how to build a lot of muscles, and I want to get trained by someone, I might not want to get trained by Arnold, because I don't relate to him, because I would want to build my muscles but not as much as Arnold. I would just want to become a little bit better. So maybe a personal trainer who is actually fit is good enough for me to follow, to try to become like him. So if you are having knowledge, you don't need to be the best expert in the world in that particular subject to be able to blog and to be able to teach others. Even if you just have a little bit more knowledge than others, then that's more than enough. Others are going to follow you. Like, for example, a lot of people read my blog, and my blog is about digital marketing, and it is not true that I am the biggest digital marketing expert in the world. I am still learning digital marketing, and I am still learning more from other people who have a lot more knowledge in digital marketing than me. But that does not prevent me from writing about digital marketing and going ahead and creating courses on digital marketing, because I just need to know more than my students. And if I know more than my students can follow me. And some people think that managing the blog is going to be a very difficult task, and they think that there is a lot of technical stuff involved in managing the blog. But there are a few technical things involved in managing a blog, but it is easy, and you can follow online video tutorials made by me or made by some other mentor, and you can go ahead and learn how to manage a blog. Like, I am not a computer science engineer or an IT guy. I am just a civil engineer, and computers are still, a little bit uncomfortable to me. Like for example, I don't know computers as well as a developer does, but that does not mean that I should make the maximum. I should not make the maximum use of what is available for me to use. Like for example, you don't know how a light bulb works, but you still use a light bulb. So you don't need to know how computer works or how the WordPress system works. You just need to learn how to use it. You don't need to learn how they work, right? You just need to learn how you can make use of it. So that is the mindset that you need to have when you are thinking about the tech skills that you need. And if you need to get something technical done in your blog but do not know how to do it, you can go ahead and hire someone and just pay them by the hour to get them to do what you need done. And another mental block that I keep getting from people is that people say that no one that they know has actually done it. So if you do not know anyone who has actually become a blogger, it is still okay. You can go ahead and become the first blogger in your circle and maybe set an example for others to follow your path and become bloggers as well. So I hope the topic so far has helped you gain some motivation on whether it is possible to start a blog and actually become a blogger who can make 1 lakh a month. So we looked at whether it is possible. Yes, it is possible. Whether you can do it, absolutely you can do it. If you are watching this video right now and if you have a laptop or a mobile phone with internet connection, then you can definitely start a blog. There is nothing stopping you from it. So now that we have covered the possibility and your possibility, let's have a look at how much does it cost to start a blog, because this is another mental block that people have. Does it cost a lot of money? So here is a simple outline on how much it might be costing to start a blog. You might have to spend around 700 rupees per year to have a domain name. You might have to spend 2000 to 3000 per year in hosting. You might have to spend around 2000 to 5000 in premium plugins and themes, but it is completely optional. So the maximum that is going to take is around 5000 to 10,000 rupees per year and not more than that. And 5000 to 10,000 per year is not too much of a money to not even give it a try. So I would definitely ask or recommend you to go ahead and spend some money in your blogging journey to see where it is going, right? So here I will also add one more point, and that is whether to choose free web hosting. So I would recommend that you do not choose free web hosting, because if you are trying to host a blog on wordpress.com or blogspot.com, where your blog is something like your name.theirwebsite.com, you are not really owning your asset. It is as if you are going to build your dream house on a leased land, because it is not your website, it is not your domain to control, and if you get banned from their network, your blog might be taken out of the internet. So it is always necessary to register your own domain name and buy your own hosting. So in my 100-day blogging course, I have explained about how to create a domain name and how to register for hosting with step-by-step video tutorials. And you don't even need to sign up for my course to learn how to do it. You can just go ahead and find out some freely available information online on YouTube and other websites on how to go ahead and create it, and then you are good to go. So now let's have a little bit of overview on how to choose a topic. So in my 100-day blogging course, I have a complete 30-minute video just on the question of how to choose a topic. But basically you need to choose a topic where you have some passion, there is some market opportunity, and you have some skills and experience. Like for example, I have a blog about digital marketing, and in the digital marketing blog, I do showcase my skills and experience so people can believe in me. I do have work experience and skills. I have worked in 5 different companies as a digital marketing manager. There is a lot of market opportunity out here where people want to learn digital marketing, and I am definitely passionate about the topic of digital marketing. So you need to make sure that you combine all the three. So it may be cooking, it may be cake making, it might be coding, it might be programming. There are thousands of different topics in the world which you can possibly choose, and you need to choose where there is a match between all these three. How to find out what to write? So you need to find out what people are searching for. So if you go ahead and type something on Google, like if I go ahead and type something like digital marketing on Google, then I would be able to see what are the other variants of keyword that people are searching for by basically looking at the suggestions that Google is throwing. So if you just go ahead and try it out, Google will be automatically suggesting some other keywords, and these keywords are being suggested because people are actually searching for it. So in my 100-day blogging course, I have created extensive videos about going ahead and searching for keywords and finding out what people are searching for. You can find out what people are asking in Quora, and you can find out what your friends want to know and what you generally like talking about, and you can also go ahead and blog about what you want to learn. So if you want to learn a new skill, the best way to learn a new skill is to go ahead and blog about it, because you are writing down whatever you know, and then you are also going ahead and learning more about it, because as you write down whatever you know, you will start understanding what are the things that you don't know about. Like for example, recently I started to write a blog article about Google Data Studio, and as I was writing a blog article about that particular subject, I started having more questions in my mind, which made me go ahead and learn by researching on the internet. So you can also blog about what you want to learn, because there is a pretty good chance that if you want to learn a particular subject, there are a lot of other people trying to learn the same subject. So let me go ahead, and these are the topics which we have to talk about if we have to talk about how to make 1 lakh a month from blogging. So we need to cover all these topics before we actually see how to make money. So obviously I'm not going to go ahead and try to give you every possible information on how to actually make money from your blog, because it's a very long topic that takes a full course to go ahead and learn. But at the same time, you need to have an overview or an idea about whether it is really possible and how it is going to be made possible, which we will get to when we talk about how to make money. So before that, let's talk about how much content you need to create. So I would recommend that you go ahead and post one article every week. You go ahead and share the article on different communities on the social media. Make videos if possible. If you are comfortable in front of a camera, go ahead and post a YouTube video and try to get more traffic for your blog. Or you can go ahead and create audio versions of the post as well. Or you can create a presentation style video. So I would add presentation style video here. So here we can say make YouTube videos if possible, where it is more like a selfie video where you are in front of a camera. So this is the average amount of content that you need to be creating as a blogger, and it does not mean that you need to stick to this schedule. I know a lot of bloggers who publish one article a day, and I have started publishing one article a day on my blog since the new year, with the exception of a few days. I know a few people who post like two articles a day but very short posts. I know people who publish only one or two articles every month, but they are very well researched articles like 5,000 to 10,000 words. And there are different types of bloggers, and the different types of posting frequency is maintained by these bloggers. So you just need to find out what works for best for you. And recently I have found out that I'm extremely capable of writing like 1,000 word articles, and I can write 1,000 word articles even every day if I want to. But however, if I try to write some 4,000 or 5,000 word articles, it is taking a lot of time for me to get it properly done, and I'm not publishing it regularly. So over time, with experience, you will be able to find out how much content you are able to create. And as you start seeing results and as you gain more experience in content creation, you will be able to create content faster, and you might not need to redo the content a lot of times. You will just be able to create the content and ship it for other people to see. Like for example, this particular video, I did not put too much time into preparation. I did not think about it too much. I have not created like a fancy video with cameras and everything. So this particular video, even though it combines 10 years of my experience, I have just created this mind map and I'm sharing my experience like I would share it with a friend. And this entire content, which is almost like, it is going to be like 45 minutes long, it is not going to take a lot of my time. In fact, right now I am doing this video at 9:30 p.m. after my work day has finished and after all my team members have left the office. And this is something I enjoy doing, so I don't mind working, and it is not taking too much time because I am experienced with content creation. So as you get more experienced, you will be able to create more authentic content, and content which is actually enjoyed by your readers and followers. So now let's look at the benefits of blogging before we get into how to actually make 1 lakh a month from blogging. Because as I said, you need to give it a try to get results, and no one can guarantee you that if you go ahead and start a blog in this particular topic, you will end up making 1 lakh a month. So even though this video was put out there with the title how to make 1 lakh a month from blogging, you by now would have found out that it is not just about the different monetization strategies of blog, because just with the monetization strategies of a blog and just by learning that topic, you cannot actually make 1 lakh a month. All these things are necessary. All these mindset and blogging fundamentals are necessary if you have to be capable to make 1 lakh per month from blogging. So before we talk about how to make money, I want to tell you that give it a try. It is okay if you fail, and every person who will end up making 1 lakh a month from blogging, let's say 1 or 2 years down the line, who have watched this video, and I think that thousands of people are going to watch this video because I have an email list of 3 lakh people, and I'm going to send this particular video to all these people, and I'm going to help them get motivated. And almost all the people, or let's say all the people who are going to start making 1 lakh a month 2 years or 3 years down the line, who are going to start now, are going to start where you are going to start. They also don't know for sure whether they will be making money from the blog. So it is important to give it a try, and it is important to keep in mind that there is a chance that you might not make 1 lakh a month from blogging, and you have to start with that. And only if you get started, there is a possibility that you might end up making 1 lakh a month from blogging. So don't get into a fixed mindset. Indians usually get into a fixed mindset where we are looking for something like a assured return. And unfortunately, in business and in blogging, there is nothing like assured return, and there is a very good chance that you might even make more than 1 lakh a month from blogging, because I right now make more than 10 lakhs a month from my blog, and I did not expect that I would even make 50,000 per month from my blog when I got started in 2013. So the reason I am telling you is that when you approach blogging with the mindset that there is a chance that you might not end up making that much money and get started anyway, there are other ways to motivate yourself to start blogging, and those are some of the ways I want to discuss right here. So if you are a good blogger and if you keep writing, you are going to become a better writer over time. And even if you don't end up becoming an expert blogger making 1 lakh a month, you will still be able to go ahead and use your writing skills to shine in other professional areas of your life. For example, if you are working somewhere and if you are writing a proposal or if you are writing an email, you are going to become a better writer through practice, because you are continuously practicing on your blog. You will read more so that you can write more. Like, I always keep reading books, and reading books is a motivation for me, not just because I am learning new things, because whenever I read a book, I'm also getting new ideas to write blog posts on. So most of the blog posts that you see on my blog are obviously not copied from books, but they are inspired from books, and books give me a new angle of thought. And if you keep reading books, you are obviously going to become a better person and a more successful person in life. So your blogging journey is going to motivate you to read more. That is another benefit apart from money that you can get. Your public speaking skills will improve. So let me just add the word skills, because that would be the right way to put it. So your public speaking skills will improve. So what is public speaking? It is not about going up on stage and talking something. It is about having that idea and having the ability to communicate that idea in a very efficient way to a lots of people. So the number one requirement for public speaking is that you should have your thoughts organized and you should know your subject clearly, and writing is the best way to organize your thoughts. So whenever you learn, you have just learned it in one way, but when you are trying to teach what you have learned to someone else, you are going to structure and organize the thoughts in your mind in a very structured way. And having a structured thought process is going to help you become a better public speaker. So 10 years of writing and public speaking has actually led me to a point where right now I am very confident that even if I go in front of a stage of 1,000 people, I am going to be able to talk something even without preparation. And that is the amount of confidence I have got, that is the amount of knowledge I have got. And this is all because I have kept blogging and I have kept reading for the past 10 years, not because I got lucky, not because someone gave it to me. It was because of the efforts that I took. And you can definitely become a better public speaker and a better writer if you take blogging seriously. And one more thing about blogging is that you will become an expert in this subject in other size. And when you are an author or when you are a book author, people see you as an expert. But if you don't have a book and if you still have just a blog where you are writing about a particular topic, people will see you as an expert. So whenever I applied for a job, whenever I request for a consulting project, whenever I got a corporate workshop training offer, it was because of my blog, because people saw me as an expert. And recently I had a chance to do training for Mercedes Benz, and long back, 10 years back, my dream car has always been Mercedes Benz. Right now it's BMW, but I like Mercedes Benz as well. So recently I got an opportunity to go ahead and train the sales and marketing team of Mercedes Benz on digital marketing concepts, and that opportunity came because of my blog. And imagine if I did not have a blog, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to do training for such a big brand, and that has improved my confidence. And now I am confident that I can go ahead and train very big brands like Coca-Cola, DLF, a lot of computer companies, that I can train these sales and marketing people on digital marketing. And I would say that it is because of blogging. So obviously I never knew that I would get all these opportunities when I started the blog, but I got started anyway. I took action, and that is what has led me here. And you will never know the amount of opportunities that will come to your blog, and it will just come out of nowhere and you will be super excited about it. And most of the bloggers keep getting opportunities like that. Like for example, when I was running my motorcycle blog, suddenly, the Chinese government invited me to go to a motorcycle exhibition in China, and I got my journalist visa and I went for China for the first time. That was the second country outside India I had visited in my life. This was in 2009, almost 10 years back. And because I had a blog about motorcycles, I got that invitation fully sponsored, including the flight ticket, stay, and everything, and it was a wonderful experience. So you might get an opportunity which I can never predict. Who knows, you might become a much more profitable and a much more famous blogger than I am, and I would be very happy because I would have been the one who inspired you to blogging. So now let us get into the most important part of this presentation: how to actually make money from your blog. And I'm sorry that I made you go through all these concepts before we got into the actual topic of how to make money, because the actual topic of make money is not the essence of this video. The essence of this video is to communicate concepts like how important it is to get started, what are the other benefits of blogging, how to get started, what to write, how to choose a topic, and installing the belief in you that you can actually be successful. Because if you don't believe that you can be successful, you will never get started, and if you never get started, you will never be able to make the kind of money that you want to make from your blog. So now let's get into the essence of this video, which is how to make money and what are the different methods to make money from your blog. So obviously, first, if you want to make money from your blog, you need a blog that is getting a lot of traffic, and to get get a blog which is getting a lot of traffic, you need to get started, you need to purchase a domain name, you need to choose a topic, you need to go ahead and actually start writing regularly, you have to create content, you have to create the right content for your audience which you have identified, and you are going to get a lot of benefits from it even before you start making money. But once you have a lot of traffic to your blog, let's say your target is to get at least 1000 visitors to your blog every day, and that would be 30,000 visitors a month, which is not very difficult to achieve if you keep posting articles regularly on your blog. So let's say you start getting 1000 visitors a month, or let's say 1000 visitors a day and 30,000 visitors a month. You can start making money from all these different methods. You can put display ads on your blog. I wouldn't recommend it very highly because display ads are not a good revenue maker unless you have something like 10,000 visitors a day on your blog. So when I was having 20,000 visitors a day on my motorcycle blog, at that time I was still making something like 1 lakh a month because display ads do not pay that much. But in certain very narrow industries, if you are in an industry where the customer is a very sophisticated customer, you will be able to charge monthly retailer fee for displaying ads on your blog for some other brand or product. Or you can install Google AdSense codes, so you can either do direct sale of ads, or you can install AdSense on your blog. But again, this is not such a great method of making money. So the better method of making money is affiliate programs, and affiliate programs is basically going ahead and promoting someone else's product or service for a commission that you can get. So basically it works with affiliate links. I have created a few tutorials on affiliate marketing in my blog, and apart from many other sources of revenue from my blog, affiliate marketing alone gives me more than 1 lakh a month in revenue, and sometimes it goes up to 2 lakh a month in revenue. You can sell online training programs if you are in the education industry. So right now you can see that my blog Digital Deepak is in the education industry, which is digital marketing, and I make a lot of money by selling online training programs on my blog. So how to sell online training programs is a very deep subject in itself. You have to create a marketing funnel, you have to do copywriting, and you have to position your product properly, and there is a lot of things involved in on launching online training programs. Obviously I cannot cover in this short video, but online training programs are one of the best money makers that you can have as a blogger, and I am a testament to it. I easily make around 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs a month from my blog selling online training programs. Obviously we do it as a team. I have 7 employees now, but it is not bad money. It's absolutely good, and it can scale very well. And to learn more about it, you might want to check out some of my other courses like Product Launch Mastery, which can come after you have built a blog which gets decent amount of traffic. You can make a lot of money with speaking or consulting, and I recently met a person who is charging 2.5 lakhs to speak for 1 hour, and such speaking opportunities actually exist even in a country like India. And if you are regarded as an expert in a particular subject, then people are going to constantly invite you to come and speak at their conference or seminar or at their office, and you will be able to charge a lot of money for it. So right now my charge is, I charge 1 lakh a day for training, and sometimes I will be training for 2 days, and I will be charging 2 lakhs as a team of me and Sanjay to train a group of people or speak to a group of people. So your blog can become a platform where people can discover that you are an expert in this subject, and you can go ahead and create content in your about me page that you are open for training workshops. And once you start getting something like 1000 visitors a day, I'm pretty sure that you are going to get at least one speaking invite every month, and that's going to give you a lot of money. You can also use your blog to get your dream job. So most of the jobs that I have applied, I have always shown that I am an expert by showing my blog. And when people read my blog, they understand that I am an expert in the subject because I have written so much. And if you write a book and become an author, also you can make a lot of money. Publishers will approach you if you have a blog because you are a writer. And if a publisher wants to get a book published in a particular topic, they are going to give you a book contract. And sometimes book contracts can can be a very profitable thing, and you will be making money just by becoming an author. And once you become an author, you will have so much credibility and so much authority that you will get more speaking and consulting opportunities, more traffic to your blog, and more people reading your blog, which could help you sell more training programs and sell more products as affiliate programs. So that's about it for this topic on how to make money. Obviously, it is not going to be possible within this video to go ahead and teach you exactly how to make money from a blog and actually help you set up a blog, for which I have other courses like the 100-day blogging course and book publishing mastery course, personal branding course, which I will let you know about if you are interested. But the purpose of this video is to install the belief in you that it is actually possible to make 1 lakh a month from blogging. And if I can inspire you, and if I can make you believe that it is possible, and if you actually go ahead and do it, that is more important than actually giving you the nuts and bolts of what to do step by step. Because if you are not motivated enough, if you don't believe that you can make money, you are not going to be motivated enough to go ahead and do the steps required for building and growing a blog. So that is the purpose of this video. I hope this video helped, and if you have any questions, you have to get back to me. You can comment on this video, write a mail to me from the mail that I have sent. You can just hit reply and tell me what you think about this video. Did it change your belief system in blogging? And let me know if you want to take blogging seriously. I will tell you how to go forward. You don't necessarily need to buy my blogging course. You can just go ahead and Google for a lot of information and try to put the information together. Or in my course, it's going to be step by step, and there is a community for learning, but that is completely optional. What I want to do is that I want to inspire you to start a blog. And tomorrow, if you have a successful blog, and if you say that one day I watched this video by Deepak Kanagaraju, and that gave me the confidence to start blogging and the belief that blogging can become profitable, that is going to be my reward, and that will make me very happy. So thanks again for watching this really long video, and I will be seeing you around again inside email and inside social media, and wherever I can catch you.